This is a short film about a man known as Captain Scott.
I'm Captain Scott, Robert Falcon Scott. I'm also known as Scott of the Antarctic.
The Antarctic is a very cold place. Captain Scott and his team was tasked with reaching the South Pole, an area inside the Antarctic, the very bottom of the world. In fact, it's so cold that the polar region can drop to temperatures such as minus 90 degrees Celsius.
It's a bit cold. I should have something warmer, shouldn't I?
Oh yes, of course. Obviously Scott and his team would not have been wearing suits and ties out there. Clothing worn would somewhat resemble this.
Thanks. But that's stepping too far ahead. Some people don't even know who I am.
Yeah, you're right. Let's start at the very beginning.
I don't even know who I'm supposed to be painting.
In the year 1868, Robert was born. He was the eldest of 5 children. Eventually, Robert got married and had 1 son. Scott's wife was actually a sculptor and was a friend of Pablo Picasso. Always a remarkable person, Scott was only 13 years of age when he joined the Navy. Aged 33, Captain Scott was appointed leader of the British Antarctic expedition. To the Antarctic! On this journey, he had to navigate through, as well as around, many hazardous icebergs and dangerous threats, putting both his life at risk, as well as his challenge. The Terra Nova expedition started in 1910 and came to an abrupt end in 1913.
Yeehaw!
The actual funding of the expedition was financed by public contributions augmented by a government grant. As they arrived in Australia, a stop-off point before they headed to their final goal, news was brought to them that they were now in a race which would push their own physical abilities past the limits. A Norwegian explorer, Roald Amundsen, had the same ambition. The race was officially on. Scott's team had made it to the South Pole, but they were beaten by the Norwegian. Unfortunately, on the way back from the South Pole, Scott and his team died from starvation.
We are showing that Englishmen can still die with a bold spirit, fighting it out to the very end.